Welcome back to another stream of Turing test. Yeah, been neglecting it, but whatever. Hey, it's just it crashed. What? It's just another portal. Don't believe it's keeps continually crashing. Seems like it doesn't want to get DirectX 12 involved. All right, we'll do it. DirectX 11. Pretty sure. So if it doesn't look that good, there's your reason. You'll crash otherwise. Yeah, looks the same. Alright, let's go through more of this story.
What condition should I expect to find the ground crew in?
Daniel went missing days ago. Chris is presumed dead. We are expecting to find Sarah, Mikhail, and Sochi in a stable condition.
Chris is dead?
He was involved in an accident.
I kind of forgotten how to play. But I guess I'll learn as I go. As I go, I'll learn. Not that it was difficult to begin with. What is this? Guess it's my progress.
Could we take a more direct way to the ground team?
Unfortunately, there is not a direct route. The base is bedded under ice to protect it from the radiation of space.
Similar to the Mars base.
Similar. Europa's base is slightly deeper into the surface. There is more radiation present from solar events on Mars. But Mars's surface is denser than that of Europa.
Okay. Ah, there's the thing. Alright, come over here. You can grab it. I can. On there. Don't think it has a power source, but if it does, just move it over here just to be sure. But of course. Is it gonna get harder? I've never been stumped
Okay,
by puzzle
what
games.
are their chances of survival here? Oxygen, the food stores, waste management.
Everything seems to be in order. There was a small problem with the food stores, but the crew fixed that up. We successfully transitioned over to a sustainable, small, artificial ecosystem a year ago, growing fruit and vegetables. It helps boost morale, amongst other things. The crew members could hypothetically survive here for their whole lifetimes.
So, it is completely autonomous, is that what you say? Oh, that's what it is. So, what do I need to do? Ah, yes, I need to just smooth it. Need another power source or one of these. Gotta give it power at least. Do I shoot it in? I think I do. Man, that's a pain in the arse. Why is it over here? Come on, man. That looks good. Might be okay. I don't know. We'll make sure. That.
My purpose as the overseer of this mission is to work for the ISA. I am the ISA's feet and hands. The distance between Jupiter and Earth make it inappropriate for the ISA to directly interface with the mission directives. As my AI core is stationed on Europa, I can make decisions instantaneously about the running of the base.
Cool story. I'm still hearing that it's robotic insurrection. Or whatever. Sure, it's not that. No, you go here, right? Yeah. Now I'll trap myself inside. I'm gonna walk backwards. Just not too accurate, you know? I guess I'm not supposed to go through here. Unless I do that.
How does the ISA know you're gonna make the right decisions here when they can't communicate with us?
Interestingly, I have a twin on Earth. His name is Michael. The ISA uses my twin to check firmware updates before they upload them to myself. There is a simulation of this mission on Earth running at all times to check my expert systems. Naturally, as any modern artificial intelligence running on a quantum computer, I do also have a large amount of evolutionary algorithms at my disposal. However, they were deemed as too unreliable for general use in the mission.
Why is that?
Biological systems produce biological results. Messy, unpredictable solutions. Not suitable for such a mission.
That's a problem. Need to replace it. This one will keep the door open. I need another power supply to open it. There we go. Like so. Here, you go up there. With that. With this. That requires 2 bubbles. I need to go through here. And here. I still require 2 things. So that means I'm gonna have to replace this. Close to the edge. It does look like the way forward, but I do have extras. I guess it doesn't matter. What happens if I do bring it through, though? Bring this one. What happens? It disappears. Who knows what happens to it? No one said it was an emancipation field. I forget. Is there anything here? Oh yes, it says you can't go there yet or something like that, right? Oh. I see. Senses movement. Son of a bitch. It's freaking annoying as hell. Don't be impatient. Almost there. Oh god, that just makes me impatient. No. Come on. Almost there. Freaking annoying piece of shit. Shall we have a polite conversation? I don't know, shall we? Goodbye, robot. Robot? I'm not a robot. I'm a person. Taking this with me. Shut the hell up. Can I just drop this on the floor or something?
Did the ISA build you, Tom?
As the child of the ISA, I have been given authority aboard this station. I was designed by the ISA and the Ashiyama Corporation, designed in California, assembled in China. But here on Europa, I constructed myself.
Well,
Have you
no one's
heard
going
of
through
the
again.
Turing test, Ava? It's a test to see if a computer can successfully impersonate a human. In the original Turing test, a human judge has 2 conversations, one with a machine and one with another human. They then judge which of these polite conversations is with a machine and which is with a human. The machine being tested is said to have passed the Turing test if the judge cannot reliably tell which conversation is with a machine and which is with a human.
Do you think you'd pass the Turing test?
I am quite capable of polite conversation, wouldn't you say?
No. I don't fucking know, man. Shit. I'm just making my way through downtown, up and around. Have no south in Siberia. What's this? Oh, brick. I'll take the brick. Wants me to take that. Pretty sure. I'm not sure I can take it. Because I need to go over there. Well, now I can. Of course. It's always the same. Always the same. Go over there, don't need you. Okay, this one I need the power supply. Actually, no. I can just walk. Yeah, fuck them bridges. Who needs a brick anyway? Is it trying to hint that I am the robot?
The Turing test has been criticized. Researchers claim it does not correctly test a machine's ability to think, but rather its ability to deceive.
What do you mean?
Well, have you heard of the Chinese room thought experiment?
No.
Imagine you are in a room. In this room, you are passed Chinese sentences through a slot in the wall. Inside the room is an instruction book written in English. This instruction book tells you which Chinese words to pass back through the slot in the wall as a response. By doing so, you have a conversation in Chinese. In the Chinese room, because the responses you pass back through the door are the correct responses, the person on the other side of the door is convinced you are a native Chinese speaker.
Well, they're wrong.
Perhaps they are not wrong. Because with the instruction book, you are having a conversation.
But the person stuck in the Chinese room is not aware of the conversation's content.
This is the problem with the Turing test. A computer can pass the Turing test, having convinced a human they are having a polite conversation, while the computer has no idea that a conversation has taken place.
What if both of the people passing Chinese words are reading from instruction books?
That's the thing. You don't know. What the hell? What was this? What is that symbol down there? Oh, it just means running, is that it? Freaking hell. Okay. Ah, I see. I see. What do you got? Those I press that to actually hear the next point of the conversation or whatever the fuck. And no one can get through again. Fantastic.
I may be a machine, but I personally do not believe I am stuck inside the Chinese room.
Right, you would say that. I could peer inside your databases at any time, Tom. Or pause your operation.
Do not assume I could not do the same to you.
I need crouch. Can I crouch? Oh, doesn't actually hurt. I would actually, what do you call it? I would actually disagree with that. That looked like that would hurt. But I guess since I'm a robot, it won't hurt. Okay, what's obstructing the view? Let's get down here and take a look. Ah, it's closed. Makes sense. Okay, I want this. Guess it. Yeah, we'll put it here and then, because you need to take it back, right? Makes sense. All right. Yeah, the door's closed. Oh. Wait a minute. I'm not my gun.
This is the crew's quarters. It looks abandoned.
Captain Daniel McLean. WC. I don't know what WC stands for, but it's toilet. Do not see the need for so many cameras. Tom's presence everywhere is slightly oppressive. I understand the need for transparency, but why is he in the toilets? Well, gotta make sure you wipe. See his face. There's no zoom. That's it. Dr. Sarah Brooke, Chris McLean. It's open. Tom TouchOS. It's a doglet. Oh no. What's with the sad music? A shovel. Can I take it? Oh, no, another one of these radios. An Enkitsu. Fantastic. Dear Tom, knowing that you're always watching, I thought I would write you a letter. As you no longer reside in my mind, I've decided to transfer my thoughts to text. I want to do so in the form of history lesson, a lesson that perhaps you'll find condescending, but it's likely more for my sake than yours. Alan Turing is considered a father of theoretical computer science and artificial intelligence. Perhaps a lesser-known part of his life was his contribution to the field of biology. What do you suppose his interest lay in these two disparate fields? I assume it was because he believed the world to be logical and understandable. He was a mathematician. He seemed to believe that the great complexity of the universe could be explained with simple rules. 2 years before his suicide in 1952, Alan Turing developed something called reaction diffusion systems. Inside the academic world, this work is cited more than his work on computers. It can be generally formalized as a one-line equation. Yeah, whatever that means. I am no mathematician. However, in plain English, this equation describes things that wish to diffuse. However, also react with each other during this process. I am sure this sounds strange to you, or at very least tangential to our lives here on Europa. What relevance does it have to anything here? Reaction, diffusion systems show how patterns are created. They show how the leopard got its spots and how the zebra got its stripes. But my real interest here is Turing's interest. That nature can be formalized, that we can understand the natural world in mathematical terms. Turing created the test to answer the question, can a machine impersonate a human? The intrigue behind that being, can the human mind be simulated by a machine? Why ask that question? To prove that the human mind is a machine, I am not sure that is Turing's opinion, however. Concerning consciousness, he states this. According to the most extreme form of this view, the only way by which one could be sure that a machine thinks is to be the machine and to feel oneself thinking. One could then describe these feelings to the world, but of course no one would be justified in taking any notice. Likewise, according to this view, the only way to know that a man thinks is to be that particular man. If the human mind exists within the physical world, it obeys the same rules of physics and chemistry as every other thing in the world. Therefore, like all of nature, it is merely reactive. It is curious that nature would create, through the mechanics of determinism, creatures that believe they have free will. Conversely, I suppose, if we conclude that we are all machines, we only come to this conclusion in a predetermined manner. We cannot claim credit for our discovery, as it is just a product of nature's genius, not our own. A humbling idea, I think. Behaviorism. Maybe we are more similar than we think. Sarah. What the fuck are you on about? How is this? Is this some sort of probe thing? Maybe it's a laser sensor thing. I say... Call me lock. What? I don't know. But the stuff on the sides look like the receivers for a laser designator. Oh, it's nice. Nice. And this is her, exobiologist. In case you forgot, which is me. Because I always forget. Oh, she religious, huh? You lose all capsules. It doesn't say what it is. Maybe it says it here, but I can't really read sideways. So, if you know, just let everyone know, I guess. It's a folder. It's test tubes. It's a book about science. Oh yeah. I need to rotate this properly. Biology. Yeah, whatever. McLean. Oh, what's this? Didn't even make his bed. Canada. There he is. It's him and his brother. Drilling reports by Chris McLean. You can see his mess of pen and pictures, and he ripped up a picture of him and his brother. Ian Dan, 24. Must have had a falling out. Yeah, weird slice of bread. Not sure why I'm examining all this shit. She doesn't say shit about it. So I don't even know what the point of it is. Guess for you to know. Same tablets. Yes, a hockey puck. Because he's Canadian. Christopher McLean. He has a flask. Oh, fancy. A picture of him and his brother and maybe his father. It is a globe that you can't really see shit on. Rotate correctly. There we go. I can kind of see places. There's America. But it's different. There's Australia. There's that. Yeah, it's similar, but it's different. I guess it's so far in the future that continents moved around. Who's this? Soichi Yuri. So Japanese people make their beds, no? What the hell is this? And what the hell is this bad Photoshop? Okay, looks like he's married, but they're not really talking. Body language just seeing far apart and shit. Probably out of falling out, separated, I don't know. He's into violins, fantastic. Horsehair. Motion sickness relief. He gets motion sickness, fantastic. That's what you want from an astronaut. Motion sickness. These are astronauts, right? And basically they're doing what astronauts do. It's still going. What does that say? Malt. Wow. I can't tell. Can't be bothered anyway. Alright, let's read this. From Chris to Soichi. So is your found then, Soichi? We found an extremophile, i.e. an organism that can live in extreme conditions, that survives massive doses of radiation. Radiation damages DNA. The extremophile has a virus living inside it. The extremophile scavenges DNA from other organisms, which the virus uses to repair the extremophile's damaged DNA. Essentially, they work together to survive in what's called a symbiotic relationship. So what's the implication? What does it do? In some ways, it is an immortal relationship. It doesn't seem to age biologically. Aging and death are ultimately caused by DNA damage. We have the ability to fix our DNA, but that ability is limited. This organism can repair damage caused by massive doses of radiation. If we could harness this power, we could potentially eliminate biological aging. That what is known as senescence. So you found something that could make humans immortal? Not exactly. There are many causes of death other than DNA damage. It will not save you from trauma, from brain damage, from cardiac arrest, etc. But it could potentially cure cancers and many genetic diseases, and massively increase life expectancy. Sounds good. Oh, have what was one of these called? Bosu, what? Bonsai tree. Yeah, the act of making miniature trees in a pot. Bonsai trees. From Soichi to Matthew. Yeah. Hi Matthew. We've been studying organism 119. Please find attached scanning electron microscope image, which appears to show pilus formation. We hypothesize that this is a stress response due to high levels of radiation. We plan to infect a human cell line with organism 119 and perform irradiation experiments with flow cytometry. Would this be appropriate? It would be great if you could get to the department to look at the SAM image. Kind regards, Soichi. It's a crater. Oh, Soichi. It was great to see this image. Wow, yet more complex life on Europa. Dinocus radiorans might be worth looking at, as it survives very high levels of radiation here on Earth. Similarly, you should consider looking at Fucking scientific names. Just Latin as well. Cephalobus caladrius. Cephalobus caladrius produces pili in response to radiation and uses them to transfer DNA. Perhaps your organism uses a similar mechanism. Have you considered that organism 119 is transforming or scavenging DNA as a method of surviving radiation? As you well know, in terms of radiation, Europa receives 5.4 SV per day, over 300,000 times the level on Earth. The organism must have evolved such a high resistance to radiation as a necessity of survival. Like said, the radiation beneath the Terra Macula is much lower due to the thick ice crust. Radiation experiments with flow cytometry sound like an appropriate course of action. Professor of Astrobiology. Hi, Matthew. We have attached an image confirming that organism 119 attaches to human cells. We will proceed with irradiation experiments on these cell lines. We propose naming organism 119 Europa radiophilus. What do you think, Soichi? Hi, Matthew. We have now run the irradiation experiments and can confirm that E. radiophilus does indeed seem to confer resistance to radiation. See attached. We assume a survival is due to DNA damage repair. We tagged various DNA repair enzymes with GFP and have found that DNA double-strand break repair is occurring. See thingamading. Okay. Aye, Soichi, something's amiss. We don't know what is performing the repair. The lab doesn't know how E. radiophilus, good name, could repair DNA. Have you considered that another organism might be a symbiotic relationship with E. radiophilus? Perhaps a virus? Matthew. We ran a PCR on the human cells exposed to E. radiophilus to see if there's a virus present. We have discovered an unknown virus, which we have named Unknown Europa Virus, UEV. Gel electrophoresis image attached, Soichi. This is phenomenal. You need to sequence this, Matthew. We've finished sequencing it. Data attached is a virus unlike any I've seen. Maybe we have found a way to cure for senescence, a form of biological immortality. We're running some long-term tests on the plants and mice to see the effects, Soichi. The plants are clearly exhibiting longer lifespans when exposed to the organism. We don't have the facilities here to continue testing. We're going on to human testing. We're going to use ourselves as subjects. It's the only way to accelerate the progress. Soichi. Oh, maybe that's what caused them to disappear. Oh, that's a fantastic Photoshop. Yes. Very good. One ring to rule them all. Dang it. Fucking hell, there's so much reading. I've been down here, Mikhail. Nope. Mikhail, what do you got for me? Oh, he's a punter. What's he punting? I have no idea. No Siberia. They all have the same medication. Oh, wait a minute. The same medication. Moving on to human testing. Don't tell me. He did it to all. God damn it, do you know you needed control? Or am I the control? I don't know. Better not be what he did. Oh, yes. Paint. Did he paint that himself? Nope. It's a thingamajig. Open the first aid box for whatever reason to get a syringe out for some dweeb son. Mikhail, what are you doing? He's a doctor. Where's in the painting? Yeah. What the hell is this? Is it just a clear bottle? Pretty sure a clear bottle is not meant to look like that. What the hell? It's a mirror. No, not quite a mirror. It's an invisible bottle. It's writing on it. I can't see it. Oh. There we go. Not bad, not bad. Although he used the color red or purple, whatever the hell. And also purple. There's no purple in this. Fascinating. Moving on. March 6th, 2249. The whole team experienced nausea during a large electrical surge in Europa's atmosphere. I am concerned. This was not an instance of mass hysteria. Vital signs were reflected. It caused a uniform surge in heart rate that was detected in all members of the crew. I am reporting to ISA. I apologize in advance. Well, not really in advance. I already did it. So, yeah, I'm not the best at doing accents, as you may well know. March 7th, 2249. I reported the nauseous incident to the ISA. They offered an explanation of electrical disturbance to our central nervous system that is ludicrous. An electrical surge large enough to affect our nervous system would have done more than to make our team feel ill. Going to experiment with some shock therapy. Shock therapy? Oh my god. I have discovered that electronic fields disturb our telemetry implants in a way I didn't expect. I have contacted the ISC strangely. Tom was not comfortable with my attempts to disturb the implant. The ISC have reported back informing me that I am not to disturb the implants. They have also encouraged me not to discuss this further with the team. Yep, I am continuing to investigate. I gotta say a word in Russian. До свидания. До свидания. Сука, блядь. Сука, блядь. No. I have been running some experiments outside of Tom's view. I can tell he knows this. He has been acting differently around me, like an offended child. I feel increasingly nauseous. These implants seem to have neural connectivity. Out-of-body experiences are more frequent now. I've established a definite correlation. Against my knowledge, I have been implanted with a device that affects my mind. I use my opportunities in regular health checkups to investigate the crew. We all have them. Every single one of us is implanted with some kind of mind-altering contraption. Tom has been encouraging the team to worry about my mental health. He requested I retire away from the crew. Misinformation. I cannot will myself to investigate this further. I grow tired quickly. I cannot think straight. I am not sure if the implant is infecting my thoughts anymore. I believe it is trying to subdue my mind. I think I am going to attempt an excision. I'm going to remove this implant. Well, where is the implant? On his brain? Don't do that, bro. Don't do that. I'm typing with my left hand now. The excision went wrong. I have successfully removed the implant. Unfortunately, I lost my hand in the operation. Tom is very angry. The crew refused to talk to me. Apparently, I am a bad influence. Sarah patched me up. I wonder if the nature of the organism and its disturbance of my DNA caused my awakening from Tom's influence. If so, that would make for a worrisome revelation. Perhaps the organism is not so friendly. Dan informed me ISA have called for my termination. My masochistic experiment proves I am danger to the mission. Unfortunately, he chose not to lock me in the brig. I'm going to investigate this implant further. I have to hide my work. The team are becoming increasingly aggressive. They seem to oppose my work to understand the implant. It does not help that Tom is encouraging them to distrust me. I have discovered the nature of the implant. It is a complex computer. It interfaces with the human mind directly. It seems to condition the mind through Pavlovian and instrumental conditioning, eliciting feelings of euphoria when the wearer is obedient and dysphoria when they are disobedient. It also has the effect of suppressing impulses in the frontal lobe, presumably to lower free will. It seems to interface crudely with motor neuron cells through the cerebellum. It is my hypothesis that the crew is controlled by this implant. That is their strong aversion to help me. I need a method of suppressing its impact, perhaps a drug. Riluzole, maybe an antidepressant to minimize the conditioning effects. Combined with a strong electromagnetic field, I could use one of the industrial electromagnets from the construction robots. I have managed to get Chris on my side. He has agreed to test some medical procedures with me in private. It will be more difficult one-handed, but I must persevere. I am hoping to keep this out of the eyes of Tom, though I have a feeling he will still be listening. Hey, it got better at the end. My accent. Well, now we know why they have a bunch of Riluzole around. Antidepressants with his thingamading. Chapter 2. Oh, I guess we're done for today. And I was starting to enjoy myself. It was a lot of talking. Well, hope you guys enjoyed. Yeah, I'm doing chapter by chapter, otherwise I'll be done in one day if I really was going for it. Probably I won't, but it's a good place to stop and end, you know? So, yeah, I don't think it has that many chapters, maybe 5. So, expect this to be a 5-part series. Yeah. Not bad. Not bad. A lot of reading, a lot of talking, because I'm reading it out loud. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Peace.